iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Lead to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save.
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's Howling down to the inside.
Trying this contact though.
Slide left to the racetrack. Chris Renner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the Parabolka. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the Parabolka. That's beautifully done there. Micah Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over 400 $1,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome in here, race fans. Tonight, it is the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series here from the Magic Mile. It is the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. One of the most historic tracks, they call it the Daytona for the Modifieds. This mile track up here nestled in the hills, well, it's played host to some of the most famous races in the real world side of things. Some of the best drivers have ran their modifieds here, and when you go to Victory Lane, you get wrote into the history books forever. Red Light Racing now makes its first debut with the modifieds. We've been here before in SK modifieds, but we have never been here in the Whelen modified. So tonight will be the first test for all these drivers. Over 20 drivers have logged in here tonight to do the battle. 60 laps is going to be the distance here on this racetrack, and I'm excited to see what these drivers can do. They told me the draft down the straightaways here is absolutely astonishing. We will see the slingshot, the shake and bake move here tonight, but the question on everybody's mind is, we may see those moves, but who will we see go to Victory Lane? It has been Blade Timmons, Dalton Williamson, and John Weitendorf, the only drivers that have won in the first 6 races of the season. Dalton currently has 3 wins on the season. Blade has 2, and John has 1. So these drivers will be battling as the championship standings look like this. Blade Timmons comes in with a 34-point lead over Max Terriel. Then it's another 38 points back to Dalton Williamson. That's your top 3 standings right now. So Blade Timmons trying to run away and hide with this season here as we get ready, as it looks like the cars are down onto the starting lineup. Well, let's take you down grid side here tonight for your starting lineup, brought to us by Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Snagging the pole here tonight, driving the car number 1, the Rev Esports. Number 1 of Dalton Williamson will snag the pole. And starting at his outside, driver out of Ayer, Massachusetts, it's the number 11 of Sean Single. Number 3 here tonight is the driver that has the top spot in the championship standings. This is Blade Timmons. Starting right next to him, it'll be the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Starting back in 5th, Dan Murphy Jr. in car number 41 is back here tonight. He will start back in 5th. Then it's going to be Double D out of Carolina driving car number 22. This is Devin DeWell. Philly Edwards, look at him. Car number 73, the hipster, going to go from the 7th starting spot, while the 6 Rings Racing number 4 of Eric Stout, who has a tribute car here tonight. We'll touch on that a little bit later on, but Eric Stout will start 8th here. It's the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40 of Rob Higgins. He will start 9th. It's the 54 NC. Rex Hoyle driving the Colony Tire and Service Center number 54 NC. He'll start 10th. It's going to be the Jiffy Lube number 31 of Dave Bragg. He'll start back there 11th. 12th then, we'll go to the number 33, the Racing School number 33 of Mike Taschereau. Back into the 13th spot then. It's going to be the driver out of South Carolina, driving the 271. This is Aiden Alvecchione. While the Racing School number 8 of Dan Butler goes 14th. 15th will go to the number 94, Daniel Tobin Jr. back in action here tonight. The Cold Peppers Bakery and Cafe, number 14 MA. Brian Bianchi will start there into the 16th starting spot. The Beefy Motorsports number 38 of Brandon Feeney goes 17th. Big John Weitendorf in car number 24 will go 18th. It's the Granny Hips, Walkers and Canes, number 13 of Joshua Buckley going 19th on the grid here tonight. The 99 of Mark Jenkins out of Virginia will start back there in 20th. 21st, the driver out of Pennsylvania, driving car number 57, Rob Keller. Travis Minto, who is snowed in right now down in Norman, Oklahoma, he will start 22nd. 23rd will go to Tim Williams, and the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 30 of Bob Higgins will roll from the final starting spot here tonight. There you see these monsters, the ground pounders, come by our cameras here tonight, all over the racetrack to bring you the racing action here tonight. Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing will roll themselves off of turn number 4. This time by drop the green flag. 60 laps here at the Magic Mile. 60 laps and out of line. A couple of them do go that time down the front straightaway, but it will be squirting out ahead here. It'll be the number 1, Dalton Williamson. He'll lead us off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway for the first time. There you see one driver down to the inside. That's car number 23. That will be Blade Timmons coming to the inside of Michael Trevarthen. Trevarthen works the outside, Double D just behind them in that NOS Raven Graphics entry. Contact between Timmons and the 2 of Trevarthen. That'll bump them up the line. See one car out of line there. Everybody's swerving around. It'll be Dalton Williamson leading lap number 1 here tonight at the Magic Mile. That car that we alluded to that was out of line, that's car number 4, Eric Stout. The driver out of Arlington, Virginia here tonight, racing with a special scheme on the car. This tribute here tonight, throwing it back to Richie Evans, who was inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. The car was actually driven by Bobby Santos. It was the Richie Evans machine, though, which was here at Loudon in 2011. Last time it was put on the top spot. Rex Oil back here also, the Colony Tire and Service Centers. Tuxedos by Ted, 54 NC. You see him rolling there in 8th. He's 1 spot ahead of Philly Edwards. Edwards has dropped 2 spots since the drop of the green. Back there into the 10th spot. That's Mike Taschereau, the Racing School. Number 33. One driver out of line. You have to go back there. That's Ada Navecchione. He's out of line currently. There is the driver out of South Carolina. He's right behind Daniel Tobin Jr. Jr. there, having some new schemes on his machine. New fan sponsor here tonight. Always catch Tobin over there streaming on Twitch. Tonight his fan sponsor is JB Games JB on the quarter panels of that number 94. Wonder if his throwback is to the Italian Stallion. See the Italian colors on car number 94 of Tobin, who runs currently back in 16th. 24 drivers did make the call to the green flag here tonight. All of them still chasing car number 1. This time by, we will have 5 laps into the book. Look at everybody kind of jockey for position down the back straightaway. Everybody was out of line. There's car number 4. That's Eric Stout. To the outside of him, that's the 41 of Dan Murphy Jr. Not going to be able to do anything. It'll still be Dalton Williamson across the line first. Williamson single. Timmons, Doyle, your top 4. Stout still sitting back there in the 5th spot, but he's got Murphy back there. And then that's the number 2, Michael Trevarthen, who, remember, got moved out of the way by his teammate there, the number 23 of Timmons. They banged Nerf bars on lap number 1, moving the car number 2 up the speedway. Rex Hoyle's there, the wily veteran. Brand new numbers on the side of the car number 54 here tonight. Rex has logged a lot of laps here at New Hampshire with these modifieds. Both of those entries there out of that stables. The 14 and the 54 having some pretty good runs currently. Bianchi and the Culpeppers Bakery Cafe. Number 14, Massachusetts, back there running into the 12th spot. He's picked up 4 spots since we went green flag racing 6 laps ago. And he's not done yet. He's trying to get underneath car number 40. That is Rob Higgins. Here comes, though, the 54 North Carolina. That's going to be the Hoyle entry. He was looking down the front straightaway on the inside there. One car a little bit out of the groove down in 1. That was Eric Stout driving car number 4. Was able to hold on to his spot, though. So far, it's 5th. He's up 3 spots, sitting in 5th. Been all Dalton Williamson here tonight. Picked up the fast time in qualifying and just has been leading ever since. His teammate back there, though, right on board with the checkered flag, all supply onboard camera, shooting back to the number 11 of Sean Single. Single's just kind of been sitting there. Then it's Timmons, those Rev Esports drivers, maybe taking a little bit of an easy. They turn a lot of practice laps all week long in preparation for this race here tonight. You see the helmet there. The number 11 of Sean Single. Con car going around on turn number 4. Bunch of them actually going to get together. Josh Buckley down on pit road. There's the number 41, Dan Murphy. Couple others down there. It looks like Feeney is involved. Tim Williams, Dave Bragg, Mark Jenkins, Bob Higgins, Rob Keller, Joshua Buckley, and maybe Daniel Tobin Jr. also involved to bring out the first caution flag of the evening here. We'll take a look back here in just a couple of moments as you see Jenkins having to come down pit road. It's an unscheduled stop there for Jenkins. He had to go down pit road to avoid a lot of the wreck that was out in front of him. Take a look here. Let's see if we can find out. Rex Hoyle going to go down to the inside of car number 41. And, oh, that right front into the Nerf bar. Oh, look at Tobin. Nowhere to go. And the wreck continues. Feeney got spun down to the infield there. There's Brandon Feeney in that Liquid Molly K1 Graphics number 38. There's a wreck out in front of him, and then Dave Bragg locks it up. And, well, Buckley missed the spinning number 38 of Brandon Feeney, but then get the number 31 of Dave Bragg. Tim Williams, to see him down there also. Right on board here with Tobin Jr. Right by the time he saw the smoke, it was way too late. The smoke bellowing out of the back of the number 94 of Tobin Jr. It may be an early night, unfortunately, for Tobin. So a couple cars coming to pit road. Tobin's one of those drivers down on pit road right now. Lights on the official iRacing.com safety car are off, so Buckley and Tobin still down on pit road here. We'll see if they come back out of pit road. A couple other cars down on pit road. Hoyle, Feeney, and Tim Williams all down getting serviced under their modifieds. So where is your favorite driver running right now? Well, let's take a look here. Take a look at the timing and scoring up to date as I'm being told. It'll be Williamson, Single, Stout, and Trevarthen as they get ready to come back into the restart zone. We're officially have 12 laps here in the books tonight. 12 laps as the modifieds get tightened up. Here we go. Three cars not making the call back to green flag. It'll be Feeney and Tobin along with Buckley. Everybody else out here battling. It'll be Dalton Williamson. Taking the race lead down the back straightaway. So it'll be Williamson, Single, Trevarthen, your top three. Then it's Stout and then Taschereau. Taschereau picking up 7 spots. Brian Bianchi made it through the wreck also, and you see him there. And the Culpeppers Bakery, 14 Massachusetts. He is currently sitting in the 6th spot, up 10 spots from where he started this event at. Then it's going to be Rob Higgins, Philly Edwards, and behind them, it's the battle for the 9th spot. Whitendorf has it. Dan Butler in the Racing School number 8 would like to have it. Butler down low in 3 and 4. Can he get that Racing School entry to grip on the bottom side of the speedway? They're pulling one car way out of shape out of turn number 4. One car up against the outside retaining wall down in 4, and that looks like it is the driver out of Peterborough, Ontario. The Jiffy Lube entry, number 31 of Dave Bragg, backed it into the outside retaining wall to bring out the second caution flag of the evening. He was running about the 18th position at the time of this yellow flag. See him, his car does roll away from that accident, but how much damage is going to be done to car number 31 is going to be the question being asked. Through 3 and 4, and oh, maybe that's going to be one of those things that we hate to say out loud, but that's going to be the unfortunate old net code monster. Watch the F5 IPA entry down on the bottom side of the speedway. That is Travis Minto, and all of a sudden, there goes the Jiffy Lube entry. Dave Bragg going around as the field continues on without him. So Dave Bragg's down on pit road and a slew of other drivers. One driver down on pit road for the second time here tonight. It's your championship leader. That is Blade Timmons. Looks like right side tires have gone on. Now left side tires. Also your second place runner here tonight, the number 11 of Sean Single, is down. They put 4 tires on that car. He's down and away. Here comes Timmons also. So Timmons will come back out onto the racing surface. He will rejoin the action back into the 18th position currently on the scoring. Your race leader will still be Dalton Williamson. It'll be Michael Trevarthen, Eric Stout, Mike Taschereau, Brian Bianchi, Rob Higgins, Philly Edwards, Dan Butler, John Whitendorf, and Aiden Alvecchione. Aiden Alvecchione, of course, was one of those drivers, the youngsters here in this season. I don't believe I can call him a teenager anymore, is what he told me. But the driver out of South Carolina here tonight, he was the youngest ever pole sitter here with the series. So Aiden right now up 3 spots from where he qualified. A very good qualifying position. That was back into the 13th spot. Now currently running in the 10th position. How about that tribute machine? There it is. Car number 4, Eric Stout. That car looking very, very strong here tonight. The Richie Evan, Bobby Santos entry. Like to see that one go to victory lane here tonight. I'm sure a lot of the fans that are tuning in know that car, and they would also like to see it go to victory lane. Eric Stout, though, looking very, very good. They're going to double them back up. Still a handful of drivers down on pit road, but we're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Feeney and Tobin still down on pit road. Josh Buckley will return to the racing surface, being scored a couple laps down from our officials here tonight. Williamson will be our control car. Does have to actually wait till the green flag flies when he comes out of turn number 4. So we're keeping an eye on the green lights and when his car will accelerate here tonight. Michael Trevarthen, who did get bumped out of the way on the opening lap here tonight, will restart in second. So car 1 is first, car 2 is second. We don't have a car 3, so we can't keep that trend going. Twenty cars on the lead lap here as we're complete lap number 18 when we come back green after our second caution flag of the evening. Green flag is in the air. Everybody looks like they got to up through the gears. Down in turn number 1, it'll be Williamson still leading the way. Trevarthen funneling into second. Third is going to go to Eric Stout. Big pile up off of turn number 2, the third caution flag. You know what they say, cautions will always breed cautions, as the third caution will now come onto the speedway. Being told it is the 57 out of Pennsylvania of Rob Keller. And it looks like he has already taken his number 57 to pit road. Rex Hoyle going to get into the back of the 57 there from that angle. Yeah, a little Nerf bar contact there. Going to send the 57 spinning to the inside wall. Along for the ride and backed it into the wall. An unfortunate early exit for Rob Keller. A lot of drivers taking the opportunity here to work on their modifieds coming down pit road. There's the number 30. That is Bob Higgins. And Higgins picked up a big W the other day on Sunday night in the Red Light Scrambler Series. He was actually able to win their practice race and take truck number 30 at the time to victory lane. Or they have a big old picture frame hanging of Bob's car in victory lane, or his truck, actually, we should say. These boys always having a lot of fun, whether it's on Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and the Wednesday night series is coming, so they're going to add a little more craziness to the schedule. But how crazy would it be if they finished 1, 2, and 4? Because it's 1, 2, 4 right now. If you look at the drivers' numbers that are running 1 through 3, still going to be Williamson out front, Trevarthen still second, and Eric Stout still sitting in that third spot. As the lights stay on here tonight on the pace car, we're going to take a quick break here from New Hampshire, and we'll be right back with more of your Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, tonight to New Hampshire. As you see, the iRacing.com pace car lights are off. We will go back racing this time by as the thundering herd comes down the back straightaway. They're tightened back up 2 by 2 throughout the field. One driver back out onto the raceway, Daniel Tobin Jr., and actually Brandon Feeney will get back out onto the racetrack. Rob Keller still being scored off here tonight. It looks like he is officially done. Safety car down. Green flag pending this time down the front straightaway. Green flag in Barney's hand. He says, let's go back racing. Great start by the outside car there, car number 2. Michael Trevarthen looking like he might be able to take the race lead. He will do that down the back straightaway. New race leader. Look how close they are racing for the race lead. Here comes the number 1. Williamson back down to the bottom side. One car down almost into the grass down the back straightaway. That was the 38 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney looks like he got it gathered back up. The battle still for the race lead. Will the 2 of Trevarthen be able to lead a lap? Here comes the 33 of Taschereau. Give it to Michael Trevarthen leading lap number 24 here tonight. Not quite to the halfway point home, but the 1. Williamson has the bottom groove, and now this time the 2 will slip up in turn number 2. New race leader once again going right back to the number 1. It'll be Williamson down the back straightaway. Michael Trevarthen sitting there in second. Mike Taschereau back into third. Eric Stout running now fourth, and Brian Bianchi is rounding down the top 5. John Whitendorf, also one of those drivers on the move here tonight. There you see the 24 going into turn number 1. He's on the outside of Dan Butler currently. Butler's got that white and orange Nerf bar entry, the racing school. Running down around the bottom side of the speedway. We just saw Dalton Williamson be able to take the race lead back from Michael Trevarthen on the inside groove here. Maybe we're going to be able to see Butler pick up this spot also. 40 of Higgins is right there in front of this group. Come back under the stripe. It'll be still Whitendorf sitting in that 7th spot. Now he might be able to go down to the bottom side of the speedway if he would like to. Hayden Alvecchione also up out of the groove. Here comes number 23 of Blade Timmons. Timmons has been to pit road, though he has put 4 fresh Hoosier Racing tires on car number 23. So he's got 4 Mr. Field Goods and still over half this race left to go. Behind them, that's the 99 of Mark Jenkins. He's to the inside now of Aiden Alvecchione. Alvecchione will have to get checked up there as Timmons took a very late wide arcing entry down into turn number 1. checked Alvecchione up, and now Alvecchione's going to get squeezed up the speedway by the 99 of Mark Jenkins. Hayden going to lose a couple spots here, but now he has some breathing room. He can go back down to the bottom side of the speedway if he wants. Drove it in pretty hard that time down in turns 3 and 4. Able to corral the car. Slow car on the front straightaway here. That's the number 94 of Daniel Tobin Jr. He stays down to the bottom side. He's going to allow all the race leaders to go right around the outside. So Tobin going another lap down, currently being scored back into the 24th position, 13 laps off the race pace. Alvecchione back under fire. Here comes Travis Minto, the driver out of Norman, Oklahoma. And it's so cold down in Oklahoma here tonight that Travis Minto being snowed in down there, and his baby getting to see snow for the first time ever. Now, no, it's not rare that they get snow in Oklahoma. It's just the baby's first time seeing snow. Oh, baby's first snow. You got to go out and make some snow angels. I know I did that with my son. Talking about son, he's young enough to be somebody's son out there. Dalton Williamson still leading the way. Michael Trevarthen is sitting there at P number 2 currently. They're just all kind of running single file here. Halfway next time by. We'll be halfway home here at New Hampshire. Defending series champion leading the way. Nobody. One driver going to ride the wall out of turn number 2. That is car number 33. And a little contact there as Brian Bianchi went to the inside. He got a little crossed up there with Rob Higgins. He tried to avoid, or he was trying to just avoid the 33 of Taschereau. If Taschereau would have bounced off the outside wall, he was trying to be ready for it. So now with Taschereau bouncing it off turn 2's wall, he'll lose the 3rd spot. He'll lose 4th. He'll be slotted back into 5th currently here. Got to watch out for the dreaded wall on the exit of the corners, trying to carry so much speed here tonight. These modifieds get up there with the open wheels, and you can see what happened. 33 of Taschereau trying to look to the inside of the Bianchi entry, but not quite able to clear anything. Here comes the 99 Mark Jenkins. He'll get around the number 23 of Timmons. So Jenkins looking to pick up that spot. Did Blake Timmons maybe run the good off those Hoosiers already? Remember, he came to pit road, put in 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel. And now he's back there running 13th. Crash here. Oh boy, somebody wadded it up big time. As I believe that's going to be the Brian Bianchi entry. So the 4th caution flag of the evening coming out. Brian Bianchi involved here. He was inside the top 10. He was running 5th. Looks like, the 33 of Taschereau, unfortunately, going to get into the back of the 14 MA. Going to turn around Bianchi. There we go. This is exactly what we want to see. The onboard camera with the 14. You heard him in the gas. He was trying to get the tires put back underneath the 14. Unfortunately, Taschereau going to get into him, and Taschereau keeps on rolling, but the 14 now will have to go to the back of the field. And I do notice a lot of drivers down pit road. Philly Edwards, Rob Higgins, Dan Murphy, Trevarthen, Timmons, Williams, Hoyle, Bragg, Taschereau, Alvecchione, Butler, Bianchi, Whitendorf. I mean, you name it. They're all down on pit road. 4 tires for Dalton Williamson, car number 1. They're dropped the jack. He'll be on his way. He'll lose a bunch of spots, but we'll see where everybody is going to cycle back through here. I'm taking a peek at it. It looks like the number 4 of Eric Stout will be the race leader. He has not come to pit road. And looking at it, he is the only driver here tonight that has not come to pit road for at least fuel or tires or any kind of adjustments. So he will be the race leader, but now he's got some hungry drivers behind him. Looks like Josh Buckley going to come down pit road. He'll pull it behind the wall for the time being. Something not firing right on car number 13, old Granny Hips. I'm guessing the tennis balls came off the walker again. .25 to go. It should be right around the 23 and say laps to go when we go back racing. We should be on the 2 to go marker right here. It's Stout, it's Dwell, Single, Jenkins, Minto, your top 5. Then it's Bob Higgins, Rob Higgins, 6th and 7th right now, so Pops is leading the way. Dalton Williamson, Brian Bianchi, Michael Trevarthen, your top 10. Whitendorf, Edwards, Butler, Bragg, Murphy, Alvecchione, Taschereau, and Timmons, your lead lap cars right now that are out onto the speedway. That's 1 through 18. So Stout is the race leader. He's the controller. He gets to pick what lane he wants to be in, and it does look like he will choose the outside lane here. Of course, if you want to watch the in-car camera footage from car number 4, Eric Stout is streaming over on twitch.tv/6ringsracing. That is 6 Rings Racing over on twitch.tv for the in-car footage. Probably looks something right about like this from Eric Stout. It's a beautiful orange and baby blue color on this machine here tonight. Here the 22, Double D out there trying to clear out the carburetor. They're getting ready to go back racing. 23 laps will be put up on the board. That's what we have left here at the Magic Mile tonight. Halfway through the season here tonight at the conclusion of this race. Green flag back up. Everybody coming through the gears. It will be Stout, though, leading the way through turns 1 and 2. Got a great start. Sideways. A little bit of a bobble, though, for Double D. Car number 22 was sideways, and one driver having a little issues. That's going to be the 11 of Sean Single. He's off the pace. He's down there in the grass. What happened to Sean Single? Oh, there you see the 11. Hip check and hard nose into the inside retaining wall as you see the smoke bellowing out of the hood. That's not going to be good for him. One car up the track. There's the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. He just went up the track. Trevarthen's going to lose a lot of spots. He was up there battling inside the top 5. Now he's just barely able to hang on to a top 10 with 22 laps to go. Still got some time to get things done, but he'll have to get there. Will he get there? 21 to go. Eric Stout, your race leader, and he's got a good-sized race lead right now, but look at last season's champion in the SK Modified Series. Here he comes. Dalton Williamson, he'll get around car number 30. That is Bob Higgins. Bob Higgins having a run of his life right now, up 20 spots in car number 30. But now he's stuck to the outside there as Williamson goes down on the bottom side. He'll take over. P number 3 pushing Higgins back to the 4th spot. Travis Minto now is right there nipping on the heels. Got to go outside the top 10 to find a side-by-side battle. That's the 8 of Dan Butler. He's down to the inside of the hipster. Philly Edwards working the outside of the speedway. 20 laps to go, though, and your race leader is the driver that did not come to pit road. Not for tires, not for adjustments, and not for fuel here tonight. Eric Stout leading the way, 19 to go, and car number 19 of Travis Minto on the prowl. Trying to get under the wily veteran, Bob Higgins. Bob rolling the outside of the speedway. Here comes the flyboy, Travis Minto, down to the inside off turn number 2. He should be able to have that spot, but the momentum going to carry the number 30 of Higgins right back around the outside. Battle for the 2nd spot here also. Here comes the number 1 of Dalton Williamson. He'll roll the inside. Side by side at the line. It was Double D holding off the youngster. Now Dwell will actually pull up that time going into turn number 1. He'll give up the spot to try and run his line through 1 and 2. 18 to go. Eric Stout, the race leader. Look on board. That's what your race leader has. It's about 7/10 of a second right now. for the race lead. Higgins losing ground on the outside once again. Trouble, big trouble off 4. Caution lights coming on for the 5th time here this evening. Aiden Alvecchione, Rex Hoyle, Mike Tashiro. Looks like Brandon Feeney also involved. There's the 271. Aiden Alvecchione was having a good night. He was running inside the top 10 for a good portion of this race. So Aiden Alvecchione involved in this one. Take a look. I think this starts off somewhere around the Blade Timmons, number 23. Oh, out in front of them, the 41 and the 8 come together, and it collects the 31. And, oh, Timmons. Blade Timmons with a very hard contact into the outside wall there. So that started with the 8. It's right on board here. This is from Blade Timmons' onboard camera. Watch the 31. He goes up the speedway a little bit. The 41 comes in, hits bars with the 8. Timmons just, there's nowhere he was going to go, and then gets clobbered. Everybody flat to the floor around the speedway. Watch the 8 and the 41, the white car and the blue car. And where are you going to go? Bragg is involved. Rex Hoyle's involved. The 45 comes in late there. He's involved. Carnage on the front straightaway to slow us here tonight at the Magic Mile. Once again, the 5th caution flag out with just 15 laps to go. 15 to go. It's Stouts, Williamson, one driver getting a lucky dog, and it's the driver that just did not give up. It's the little engine that could here tonight. His fan sponsor out there tuning in to his stream, so JB Games, JB, trying to get his driver Will back into this one, but I think it might be just a tad bit of a long shot to see Daniel Tobin Jr. get back onto the lead lap here tonight. He will go now. Looks like 12 laps behind your race leader. 13 laps behind your race leader. So Tobin gets that lucky dog. Eric Stout will be the race leader when we go back racing. One driver trying to race his way off pit road right now. That's number 45 of Tim Williams. He will beat the pace car, but it does look like he just moved up a little bit. See what the officials say about that. They run a tight ship here. So drivers involved in that last wreck: Blade Timmons, Dan Butler, Dave Bragg, Mike Tashiro, Rex Hoyle, Brandon Feeney, Tim Williams, Aiden Alvecchione. Well, we know we have the Aiden Alvecchione fans tuning in here tonight. There is the youngster, the 271. He's still out there on track. He's 14th right now. So as he rolls into the 14th spot, he did have some pretty good hit with the inside retaining wall. I don't see much damage, if any, really. I mean, it's all got to be underlying suspension parts. So the lights are going out. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here tonight. It'll be Stout to the outside, Williams to the inside. And right now, if I'm Dalton Williamson, I am saying thank you very much, Eric Stout, because remember, the new tires on car number 1, he pitted back on lap number 34, some of the freshest tires on the speedway. And, well, with the freshest tires on the speedway, get the shortest distance around. So, expect Williamson here to drive it in real hard down into turn number 1. Hope that it sticks. If it doesn't stick, he may try to slide up. Maybe throw one of those slide jobs here on the asphalt. You can go anywhere. You don't want to go down to the grass, but you can put those left side tires right on there if you have to. Safety car will make its way to pit road here, so that's down and out of the way. 12 lap, a little bit of a shootout. Let's see if we can finish this one off under green. Stout and Williamson on the front row. Green flag is out, and maybe a little bit of a jump there. We'll see. Williamson down to the bottom. He'll run the yellow line here. Will he slide up in front? He's going to work his way up. Race leader as they work off turn 2. We'll go right back. Dalton Williamson now the race leader. Here comes the number 4. There you see that Richie Evans, number 4 of Stout to the outside. Here comes Double D. Devin DeWell works the bottom side of the speedway. He might have now picked up second at the line. It'll be Dalton Williamson, Eric Stout, Devin DeWell across the line. That's how they're scored at the line, but here comes also Travis Minto. He's back there. Can Stout hang on? He hasn't been to pit road. 11 to go. Everybody racing like it's the Daytona 500. You want to be as far front as you can be. Little contact back there. I believe that was Philly Edwards getting around the number 41 of Dan Murphy Jr. Still side by side, though, for second. Nobody can get anywhere. Devin DeWale has the fresher tires. Now maybe it looks like he's going to be able to wrap the bottom side, slide up in front of Stout. DeWale will go now P number 2, bumping Eric Stout back to the 3rd spot. Stout thought about crossing him over. Devin going to run a little bit of a defensive line. He'll run the bottom side down the back straight away. Stout has a run that time out of turn number 4. He'll get right into the back bars there at DeWell. That's going to get them all sideways. Here comes Travis Minto. 9 to go. Travis Minto now lurking into the top 3, or at least trying. He was down on pit road on lap number 20 here tonight. Daniel Tobin Jr. having some issues. He'll take car number 94 to pit road. Watching the battle for 3rd right now. Stout still has it in car number 4. Travis Minto up 18 spots, looking for position number 19 gained here tonight if he can get it, and that would put him on the podium. Not going to have it that time by at the line, and actually losing a little ground down on the bottom side. Might have to rebound here to try and make another run at it. They're still stacked up behind him, too. That is Jenkins and Trevarthen that are side by side. Little contact back there. I believe that was Higgins and Bianchi. They bang bars a little bit. Look at them. They're all tucked up underneath, like they're going down the back straight away at Daytona. 7 to go as they cross the stripe. Contact, the 99 going to go up into the outside wall. Now they're going to turn him around. A couple cars involved here. I believe that's the 14 Massachusetts, the 6th caution flag coming out with 7 laps to go. A rough one here tonight at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And it looks like Brian Bianchi crab walking down the back straightaway. That tuxedo's still on the bonnet, though, looking fresh and fly as can be. But that Colony Tire and Service Center, Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, number 14, Massachusetts, does not look good. The tux looks good. The crab walking, I don't think that's the fast way around. Take a look. There's the contact from the 2 to the back of the 99. Jenkins goes up the speedway. And everybody trying to hang on. Around goes car number 2 of Michael Trevarthen, and the Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe entry also having some issues. Right there's the big hit, and then into the wall, and then all of a sudden the car's not right. Crab walking. Right on board with Jenkins. There you see him. The Nerf bars get hooked together. Lucky Dog going to go to Brandon Feeney here. There you see the driver out of Ontario, Canada. Believe I saw him out there trying to raffle off his Ontario Legend machine. Has big plans for the season upcoming. Told me the other day he's going to try and race as many cars as he can. One car that he's pretty interested as of late is dirt modifieds. I kind of got them kicked or hooked on the kick of running some dirt modifieds. They're not uncommon up in Canada. The big block modifieds, the 358 modifieds, do run on dirt in Canada. And Brandon Feeney now looking to see if he can possibly check that one off his list of different cars he has raced. He raced a truck last year, a late model, a super late model, a four-cylinder, I believe here in the States we call them hobby stocks or Hornets. Did I say legend? I think he possibly even ran an Indy car at one point. I don't think there's anything that he can't drive. So Feeney gets the lucky dog. He's still multiple laps down to the race leader. That's going to be the one of Dalton Williamson. Double D will restart in second. Third will be Eric Stout, but he was under fire by the Travis Minto, number 19. There you see that F5 IPA entry. Rob Higgins back there in fifth. Then it's going to be John Whitendorf. Bob Higgins in seventh. Philly Edwards is eighth. Dan Butler is ninth. And Brian Bianchi, crab walking and all, will stay out here. He's being scored in the 10th position. We'll see how that is. Right behind him, then will be Dan Murphy Jr., Aiden Alvecchione in 12th, Tim Williams, and Michael Trevarthen rounding out your lead lap cars. So 14 cars still left on the lead lap here as we're go with green, white, checker here. I don't believe this goes against the green, white, checker policy. I believe this just falls into the category of a green, white checker before we'd have to go to overtime if we were to need it here tonight. Interested to see who's going to finish where tonight. Kind of a battle of nutrition, or of attrition, I should say. Seems like Dalton Williamson's had probably the strongest car here tonight at New Hampshire. We'll see if he can finish this one off. Maybe Double D, who has similar tires, will he be able to do anything? He'll restart down to the inside. Into the restart zone. Green flag back up. Here the motors roar. Good start by the inside there of Double D. Will it stick? He has the inside. Here comes the 4 of Eric Stout also looking to peek his nose in there. It's going to be car number 22 with the race lead. Here comes the number 1 though. Can Williamson cross him over? Williamson going to go all the way down to the grass. Double D going to make him take it all the way down to the grass line. It's going to hurt both entries into the corner. Here comes Williamson. He's sliding down to the bottom side. 3 wide for third. Travis Minto in the middle. Look at Rob Higgins down there, and that is the 4 of Eric Stout. They were 3 wide racing. Now they're going to go 3 wide once again down into the corner. Higgins down to the bottom. He'll have to lift. They'll contact there between your 2 race leaders. Williamson going to have the race lead, so Williamson will be the race leader. Here comes Eric Stout. Eric Stout going to go down to the bottom. A lot of blocking going on here at the end of this as it's the final trip around the Speedway. Final trip around the Speedway brought to us by Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe. It's the final lap, and it will go to the youngster Dalton Williamson, Eric Stout, and Travis Minto coming across the line here. 1, 2, and 3. Unofficially, that is the results here tonight, and boy, I got so caught up in with what was going on, I didn't realize it was the final trip around the Speedway until we were already halfway down the back straightaway. A lot of blocks being thrown at the end of this one. Unofficial results scrolling on the left-hand side of your screen, but there's your winner. The BK Paints Rev Esports number 1. So as Dalton Williamson comes back around to the front straightaway here, we'll let him burn them down for your race fans, and then we'll get things kicking for the post-race show, as Williamson was going to do the burnouts, and then maybe we thought Michael Trevarthen was going to join him. There you see your winner. It looks like he won't have any Hoosier tires left, so we'll be right back here at New Hampshire.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over 400 $1,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, welcome back here to the Magic Mile, race fans, for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing. And what a race it was. We told you it was going to be like Daytona and Talladega, and it came down to throwing those big blocks at the end of this race on the white flag lap to see who was going to be able to walk away with tonight's victory. Let's head down trackside here tonight and get a word in with our podium finishers. Two brand new podium finishers here tonight. We'll get to talk with them, but first we got to start things off with the driver that picks up the win here. Dalton, I don't know. I think you've put up a cot and a pillow with a blanket over here in Victory Lane because you do it once again, but the big question is, how did you hold off everybody behind you?
Well, first and foremost, man, I want to apologize to Devin. I didn't mean to door him. I was just going for it there at the end. Really, I just tried to save my tires the best I could throughout the run. I know I pitted there when I saw those guys take new tires, and then I just kind of stayed subtle and saved my stuff and got back to the front.
This track here tonight, we seen the draft, we saw the blocking, but how important was it to save the tires, save the equipment for the end of this race?
I think it was a big deal just because when you get in the center of the corner with this setup, it's really tight because of dirty air with these modifieds. Other than that, there wasn't too much to it, really. Just keeping the tires cool, like I normally say.
Cool and calm is the way that you gotta be, and you have a great run here tonight. Some of your competitors in competition, Max Tarrant, Blade Timmons, didn't quite have such good nights here. 38 points was the deficit, I do believe, coming in for you here to Blade Timmons. You're going to chew into that one, and this is officially after the halfway point home. Can we, this momentum that's been building, can we continue it on?
We're going to try to go for number 3, Roger. It's my goal. That, like I say every week, man, that's why I come in here. I want to keep one of them and one of them until I can't do it anymore.
Well, until they let me out of the booth, and then I'll show you what second place looks like at the end of the year. Well, before we let you go, Dalton, the red carpet is rolled out once again for you here. You stop getting it dirty. I'm tired of cleaning it after a Thursday night, but the microphone's also yours.
First and foremost, man, like I always say, appreciate you broadcasting all Turn 3. All you guys are great to be around. All the admin, Josh, Eric, Rob, and all the admin here, man, make it fun every week to come in here. As far as sponsors go, Platinum RV Services, Reb Esports, Maconi Setup Shop, Nitro Racing, Trevor and all the help they do for me on the side of Super Lake Model stuff, and DSP.
There you hear it from the driver out of Tampa, Florida. That is Dalton Williamson, two-time champion in the SK Modifieds, and he will pick up another trophy on the Modified Tour this season. Congratulations to Dalton. How about the second-place finisher tonight? How about it, Eric? A second-place finish.
Hell yeah, man. Great to be talking with you. I think you definitely understood how excited and important this race was to me, because I've been messaging you over the last 2 weeks, getting an opportunity to run this specific paint scheme, which was the Richie Evans Hall of Fame tribute scheme that my man Don Adamczyk worked up for me. This is a car that they raced in real life back in 2011. So just really pumped to have a good showing and have my best finish yet here with Red Light.
Yeah, you put on one of the most special paint schemes to you and racing, and you're able to come out here and wheel it at one of the most famous tracks for these cars also. So how does it feel to be at New Hampshire in one of the most iconic cars and podium here with Red Light?
I'm completely stoked. Usually I get too high expectations or I get too excited about certain races, and I can kind of psych myself out. But I really was just trying to qualify top 10 and thought that I'd be able to sort of pick my way through the field a little bit, which I was able to do. And then actually when the pit cycle started, I was the only driver in the field who stayed out because we did have a number of cautions. So I didn't have as many green flag laps on my tires. So I was able to stay up there and hang with those guys.
Were you worried, though, at the end of the race here when you saw that all the tires that had come down on around lap 34 started to really rise to the top here? Williamson, Higgins, looks like Whitendorf all came down on that lap. They were sitting right there with you. Were you worried that maybe not coming to pit road was going to be the downfall of the evening?
I was definitely nervous, but I think Dalton obviously was the sort of the biggest one back there to be worried about. We're all pretty like similar skill level, so I felt like this being one of my stronger tracks, I'd be able to hold those guys off, and I was able to.
You were able to do it here tonight to pick up your first podium finish. Eric, it's been a long time coming for you and your Six Rings Racing group, so the microphone is yours. We know there's a lot of people back home and all around the sim community that help you out, so now's the time to give them the shout-out.
Yeah, sure thing. So like Dalton said, I want to thank you for doing the broadcast and doing a great job every week. Want to thank Josh and Rob for having me in as an admin in Red Light Racing, just being a really terrific group week in and week out. I want to thank Don Adamczyk, who does all my short track paints, and I got to thank my wife because she never gives me a hard time about how much I race, and without her, I wouldn't be able to do it each week. So that's it.
There you hear it from Eric Stout, a smart man, gives the nod to the wife for letting him come out here and play with the boys on a Thursday evening. A special paint scheme at a special track, and Eric Stout has his best finish with the series. A second-place finish for Eric Stout, and another career best finisher sitting in third here tonight. The driver out of Norman, Oklahoma, driving car number 19. Travis, it's snowing. It's the first snow for the baby, and you're out here racing, and a third-place finish. Well, it looks like we don't have the microphone set up just yet with Travis Minto. We'll give him just a couple of seconds, see if he can get that worked out, see if we can get him. So Travis Minto right now being scored in that third position. He is the biggest mover and shaker here of the evening. He did pick up 19 spots to match the car number on the side of car number 19. Travis, like I alluded to, was playing out in the snow this evening before hopping onto his iRacing simulator here to race at the Magic Mile, so a good run for him. We'll see if we can catch up with him in just a couple of moments. Rob Higgins did finish back there in fourth. Devin Dwell was fifth. Sixth was John Whitendorf. Bob Higgins was seventh. Dan Butler was eighth, and Philly Edwards was ninth. Daniel Murphy Jr., after getting involved in a wreck late in this one, will rebound to finish into the 10th position. Aiden Alvecchione finishes 11th, or Murphy was 10th. Alvecchione was 11th. It'll be Tim Williams back into the 12th spot. Michael Trevarthen was 13th. Brian Bianchi was 14th. Mark Jenkins 15th. Feeney was 16th. 17th goes to Rex Hoyle. Mike Tasher was in 18th at the end of this one with Blade Timmons in 19th. Dave Bragg was 20th. 21st to Tobin Jr. Singleback in 22nd. Joshua Buckley is 23rd. And Rob Keller tonight will finish out our field, 24-car field. Let's see if we can now dial up Travis Minto. Travis, do you got a copy with us here now? Well, it doesn't look like... Travis might be out playing in the snow already. Of course, if it was snowing here in Pennsylvania, I'd be outside playing with my little one, too. So a good nod here to Travis Minto tonight. We'll see if we can catch up with him over the week here and see if we can get his interview here tonight. Of course, it is a career best finish for the driver out of Norman, Oklahoma. I guess now he can say he's finished on the podium as many times as his brother of Brandon Minto, who runs on the Monday night side of things. So Dalton Williamson is your winner here tonight with Eric Stout in second, Travis Minto in third, picking up the most spots. But race fans, it's been a great race here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We'll be back with more racing action for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series next week when we do head to the North Wilkesboro Speedway. That will be the North Wilkesboro Speedway, our next round of competition with the Modifieds. So, for everybody here with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everybody with Red Light Racing, my name is Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show from New Hampshire. And until we see you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we will see you in Turn 3.